Hello everyone. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone. I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Okay. Guys, today I'm suffering from a lot of health issues. That is the reason why my voice might not be audible to you guys properly. Okay. Um, okay, guys, so I given you guys a small assignment in our yesterday's class. Were you able to complete that? Can somebody let me know? Were you able to complete that, guys? Please let me know. Yes. So, what were you able to understand about the S3 bucket? Can somebody let me know that? What were you guys able to understand about the S3 bucket? Can somebody let me know that? Anybody, like, it's fine even if you're not able to understand anything, it's totally fine, guys, but a little bit what you were able to understand, maybe data storage. Okay, Vikrant, that's really great. Cloud storage and ways. Okay, good. uh, so S3 is simple storage device. Okay, that is what it will basically call it as. Okay, simple storage device itself. Basically, what it offers to you is it is like the underlying principles of Google Drive. Try to understand it in such a way. Everybody right over here has used Google Drive, right? At some particular point of time. Please let me know. Anybody right over here has used Google Drive at some particular point of time, or they know about Google Drive, right? So what happens in Google Drive? You have an online space where you are able to store things, right? Now Google Drive is very easy to use. It doesn't has a lot of different things that you can do about it. It is just an online space where you go and upload your files, you go and upload your folder, you upload your movies, and then you share it with your friends or your colleagues, and for yourself as well in multiple devices, you are able to access that particular Google Drive. Now, Google Drive as well is just an application. Think about it, it's just a website. It is nothing else. It's just a website itself. It is also storing the data somewhere, right? It needs to be a physical hard disk where it is actually storing the data. Try to think. I'm so sorry, guys. Actually, today my health is not at all good, but I wanted to do the class. I'm extremely sorry, guys, if there's some problem with my voice, but no, that's not the matter. Okay, so think about it in such a way, it's just a website, guys. Okay, it's just a website, it is nothing else. Just like you're having Netflix.com, just like you're having Google.com, just like you're having Instagram.com, Facebook.com. Your particular Google Drive is also nothing else but just a website. It has its own front end, it has its own back end, it has its own DevOps, it has its own cloud computing aspect as well. Inside of the cloud computing aspect, that is where it is basically providing you with the storage. Please try to understand this, guys. That is where it is able to provide you with the storage. So this storage itself is managed by GCP. For Google Cloud, it will be GCP, Google Cloud Platform, who's managing that storage itself, right? It is a Google Cloud Platform that is managing that storage. In a similar manner, the same thing happens with AWS. Although Google Drive is the place where you're going and storing files, it is not providing you with a lot of different functionality. It is just with the storage unit itself, guys. It is just a storage unit itself. It is not providing you with any kind of functionality on top of it. Are you guys able to understand it? Right? It's not able to provide you with any kind of functionality. It is just able to provide you that, okay, upload your files here. This is where your files will be stored. But an S3 bucket adds a lot of functionalities. It lets you interact with that physical hard disk, that physical SS3, sorry, SSD or HDD, whatever is there. You are directly able to communicate with that, guys. And that is the concept of the S3 bucket. Why bucket? You will usually listen to people calling S3 as an S3 bucket itself. Because think about a bucket. What does a bucket do? A bucket holds water for you. It holds other things for you inside of it. Right, guys? It holds water for you. Water for you. It holds other things inside of it. right? In a similar manner, S3 also will hold stuff for you. It will act like a physical hard disk for you itself on the cloud. You can store files, you can store folders, you can store movies, you can store games, anything that you want. But it does not stop right over there. It does not stop its functionality right over there. You can even host a website on an S3 bucket as well. So there's something called as a static website, guys. A static website is a website which is just having a front end. It has no back end to it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. A static website, guys. Today my health is not that good, so if it's please possible, do not disturb the class by writing present, sir. It is taking me a huge amount of efforts to come to the class and teach you guys right over here today. I'm having a fever of 102 right now, and I'm still sitting here teaching you guys today. If I wanted, I would have cancelled today's class as well. But I'm still coming here, I'm still teaching you guys because for me, your knowledge, your dedication to study is much more important than my own health. So if you're coming to today's class, please do not cause a ruckus by writing present sir in the live chat. Yesterday as well, I've told you guys how the attendance is going to be taken up. I cannot speak a lot, guys, today. So just let me speak about the topic itself. Try to understand it as much as possible, right? Because for me right now, just sitting here is causing me a lot of trouble. So just focus upon the class, guys. Just try to understand stuff. Do not write present sir, because again I'm just reminding you guys, those who are writing presents in the live chat, they are themselves doing the work that is not going to get them any certifications. Even if they have 100% attendance, I'll still not be sending them the certificates. So if you want to come up right over here, try to focus upon the topic, right? You are here to learn cloud computing, right? The certificate that we are giving to you guys only have value if you actually understand cloud computing. Because when you will go to an interview, you will showcase this certificate right over there. They will start asking you questions. They'll ask you questions. For example, what is the functionality of an S3 bucket? How does it work? How to create an S3 bucket? If you're not able to answer these questions, your certificate is considered to be a fake. Right over there, the interviewer will just reject you because you have put enough fake certificates on your resume. Your certificate only has value if you have the knowledge associated with that. Only then that certificate adds value to your resume, otherwise not. So please, guys, if you're coming to the class, focus upon the teaching itself. Okay. So, like I said, guys, think about it in such a way, the S3 bucket not just provides you with a storage option where you are able to go and store your files, your folders, your movies, your games right over there, but it also adds functionality to it, guys. For example, you're having a static website. A static website is a website that just has a front end. It does not has a back end to it, guys. It just has a front end itself, guys, and nothing else. Are you guys able to understand it? A website that just has a front end is called as a static website because it is not dynamic in nature. It does not has any kind of back end. It is not able to showcase you something. It is not able to answer something back to you guys. So these type of websites, if you want to, for example, your own portfolio website, you want to create a website just for you, right? For example, these are the projects that I've worked upon. These are the different. This is my name. This is what we will be doing in S3 bucket as well. We'll be creating. I will be giving you guys your very own personal portfolio. I'll be giving you guys the code for it, and we'll be deploying a static website using an S3 bucket, guys. So S3 bucket not just provides you with a storage option, but also adds functionality of on top of it. You can do multiple different things using a static bucket. Now, please try to understand it. Let's go to Amazon, guys. Let's go to Amazon. Just give me a second. Let me share my screen with you guys. I don't know why in the morning I was all right. Just in the evening itself, this entire thing started. Uh, I'm so sorry, guys, that the feel of the boot camp just went down. The energy went down. From tomorrow, this won't be happening. I'll make sure by tomorrow I'm having the energy back. But yeah, let's go to AWS itself, guys. Let's go to AWS. Just log in into AWS itself. So I think so. I have my own account already set up into AWS. I don't remember. I will just check if I have already signed in or not. Let me just check. Okay, so yeah, so I have no thanks. So I have logged in into my AWS account. Guys. This is my own AWS account. As you're able to see, these are three things that you're going to see right over there. But try to see right over here. If you go into services, these are all the different services that are there inside of AWS. It is not just these three things. You're having for analytics. You're having some services. You have that is for data engineering students. You're having application integration itself. These are majorly for your web developers, backend developers itself. You're having your blockchain applications, compute applications itself. So we are going to see an EC2 instance right over here. That is your basic server itself that basically is there. Containers. So this is basically for your DevOps concepts that are there, guys. Databases are there. You're having developer tools. You're having user computing itself. So this is basically for people who don't have a computer. Many of you guys might be facing these type of problems, right? That I don't have a computer, I don't have a system, I only have a smartphone. So actually you can create your workspaces web itself, in which your phone will act like a desktop, which is connecting you to a server which will act as your computing device itself. So you can convert your own phones into a full-fledged Windows computer or a Mac computer itself. You actually don't need a proper computer for this. So usually in big corporates, people work in workspaces itself. Most of the people work in workspaces itself. This is also a very good thing, guys. There's for front-end web developers, game development, Internet of Things, machine learning is there. Then you are having all these different networking. So even for robotics as well, there are multiple different things that are there, guys, that we will be seeing right over here. We are going to work with S3 buckets, guys. We are going to work with S3 buckets, as you are able to see right over here, guys. Now, initially, as well previously, I have created a lot of different buckets, and this is what we are going to do in this particular bootcamp as well. I'm going to give you guys your own personal portfolio website that we will be deploying using an S3 bucket. Were you guys able to understand a little bit about what is an S3 bucket and why do we call it as a bucket itself? Please let me know. Were you able to understand what is an S3 bucket and why is it called as a bucket itself? Were you guys able to understand that? Please let me know. Now, please try to understand this. In cloud computing cannot exist on its own. Please try to understand this, guys. It is like a tire. Okay, it is like a tire of a car itself. Can a tire of a car help you to go from Bangalore to Delhi? It is just not possible. If you want to travel from place A to place B, just having a tire is not going to take you from point A to point B. You need a gear shift, you need a seating arrangement, you need a chassis of a car, you need an engine, you need all these different things to actually help you from travel from point A to point B. Similar to that, in cloud computing as well, just cloud computing isn't sufficient. It is a solution for your problems itself, that is in full stack development. Just learning cloud computing is not sufficient, because it needs to be integrated with backend, it needs to be integrated with front end, it needs to be integrated with DevOps for it, so that you are able to take up the best utilization of cloud computing itself. Within cloud computing as well, as you're able to see, there are so many different services. All these services that you're able to see right over here, it gets integrated with each other. For example, when we will be looking at our EC2 instance, when we'll be deploying a dynamic website right over there, that is a website with a backend as well, we're going to connect our S3 bucket with our EC2 instance itself. So we'll be connecting multiple different applications right over there to get the best result. And that is the beauty of cloud computing. It is like you are having Lego pieces, thousands of Lego pieces in front of you. You need to figure out which Lego piece will go the best with whom and how you can create a beautiful application out of it, and a very sustainable, a very manageable outcome that you can see from that. This is the main job of an AWS, learning cloud computing itself, guys. Are you guys able to get this? Please let me know. Okay, guys. Now, one more thing you need to understand is you don't need to have a familiarity with all the services, guys. Okay, for example, if I am a full stack engineer, I don't need to know every service out of this. I don't need to know that. I don't need to understand it as well. Only some major services are something that you should be very familiar with. For example, S3 buckets, EC2 instances, then you are having your IMA controls itself, you are having your, let's assume, some of the container orchestration itself, your Elastic Beanstalk is there, a little bit of AWS Amplify is more than sufficient. Databases in that as well. DynamoDB is very good. Elastic Cache is very good. RDS is very good. Redis that is there. So some of them are the only things that you need to understand, and you need to have a practical hands-on application on top of it. So never focus upon that. I need to understand every service because that is not possible. These services need to be integrated with each other, with other technologies itself. So learning every service properly is just not practical for anybody. To get a job in cloud computing, you should be familiar with full stack development. Some of the important concepts in cloud computing itself, important services, practical hands-on application should be there, and that is what we are going to focus upon in this particular bootcamp itself. And then when you join a company, they train you in the services that they are going to use. So you don't have to pre-learn every single service to get into a company. Important service, understanding the basics of it. What is an IAM? I mean, what are the different IAMs that are there? What are the different batch operations that are there? What do you understand by location access? What is CDN? Okay, so for example, S3 bucket. Let's try to understand one more concept of S3 bucket as well. Like I said, Amazon has millions of servers throughout the entire globe. It is not that okay, oh, in India you are having all the servers. It is not like that. There are millions of servers throughout the entire globe itself, guys. And for example, when you get a particular movie, let's assume I'm opening up Netflix, guys. I will take up an example of Netflix right over here. I will go on Netflix. I'll take up one movie from right over here, guys. Let's say Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, I'm currently watching that. We'll take up the idea of Jujutsu Kaisen itself. So when I click on this, what actually happens? Let's assume that Jujutsu Kaisen, when I'm clicking on it, it will first ask Netflix, the backend of Netflix, the cloud computing where this movie is actually stored, that do you have this movie? Do you have this movie? Netflix will respond back saying, yes, I have it. They will ask, where is the nearest movie located at? If it is present in the data center of India, then it will access that movie from right over there. If it is not present in the data center of India, it will then go on to the next data center, the nearest. Let's assume Tokyo is the next data center itself. It will ask Tokyo to send in the movie so that you are able to stream it. Why this is the case is because they also need to optimize stuff. Please try to understand this. If they have 15 data centers that are there, they cannot keep all the millions of movies, all the millions of TV series in every single one of these data centers. They only keep those movies, those TV series right over there that are most likely that the people of India, the people of nearby regions are going to access that particular movie itself. Or they only keep that movies, that TV series in the center that is at India. Maybe the anime or all these centers will be present in Tokyo itself, where most people are going to watch that kind of movies. Bollywood movies will not be present in Tokyo. Bollywood movies will be present in the data center of India. So these S3 buckets at the end of the day are basically hard disks that are there, solid state devices that are there, storage devices that are there. These are a part of the servers that are there inside of these data centers itself. So these buckets that you're creating at any particular point of time is present as a particular physical device itself. And Amazon creates multiple copies of that. For example, if that you stored something in that S3 bucket and maybe a bomb blast happened at the India location itself. A big bomb blast happened at the India location, all the devices were destroyed. Still, your data will be protected because it was stored somewhere else as well. And that is the reason why these S3 buckets and all that have a 99.9999999% maintainability and scalability that is there. Because it can be immediately scaled. I want 500 GBs, I want 1000 GBs, I want 1 million GBs, they will be able to provide you with that. That is the level of scaling that is there in these fields, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Okay. Guys, I'm not able to speak at all. My throat is paining like anything right now. Let's do one thing. We'll stop right over here itself. Tomorrow, I'll give you guys the code itself. Everybody, right over here, even if you don't have a laptop, you can do this from your mobile phone as well, guys. There's no issues in that. Just focus upon the class itself, guys. I'll be providing you guys with the code and everything. We will be hosting our very own private, our very own website on these sites. I will be describing everything about us, what we are doing and what we are, and that you'll be able to share it with your friends as well, guys. We'll be deploying it in such a way. Let's see how that happens. Okay, I'm very sorry, guys. I was not at all sure that I'll be taking up the class as well. My throat is paining like anything. I don't know why is that the case, but thank you for understanding that. I'll give you guys the attendance for today's class, guys. I don't want you guys to miss on the attendance. And tomorrow, directly, we'll be starting out with the practical. I thought of starting with the practical today, but I'm in no condition for sitting for a very long period of time. So, one day extra, if I am extending the classes, will that be fine for you guys? If I'm extending the classes by one more day, will that be okay for you guys? Because I don't want you guys to miss out on any particular topic itself. Can I extend the class by one more day? Instead of having 7 days, we'll have it for 8 days itself. And that whatever we missed out on today's class, we are able to cover it up in the next class itself, guys. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start by creating an Amazon account itself, guys, AWS account, and we'll be proceeding further with S3 buckets and everything in our tomorrow's class. I'll provide you guys with the attendance right now. Give me a second or two, guys. I need to find it actually. I'm extremely sorry, guys, that this happened today. But I promise you guys from tomorrow, I will take up the pills and everything today. It's just that I'm to the level for tomorrow's class. And even my eyes are not opening up properly right now. I don't know why. I'm extremely sorry for that, guys. I didn't think that this is going to happen. Okay. Send you the attendance link right now, guys. So the attendance link is there in the live chat itself, guys. I'll pin up the attendance link as well, guys. I'll pin the attendance link so that you guys are able to see that. Please start filling up the attendance, guys. The attendance link will be closed in the next 5 minutes itself. So it will be closed exactly at 8:45. So please fill up the attendance link by 8:45, guys. Please fill up the attendance by 8:45. It's possible. I will meet in tomorrow's class on time, guys. I will continue from right over there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. The attendance link is there in the live chat, guys. It will be closed exactly at 8:45. I will be continuing from tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye.